But we're going to take a slow walk through this. He says they sent him a letter. Thank you, Mustard. He says they sent him a letter on July 10th. He didn't get that letter? So they sent him a letter on July 10th. Now, who doesn't check their mail when they get back from an international trip? Or for him, vacation? And his mama's not checking the mail because she's incapacitated. They moved her wheelchair far away from her. So his mama's not going out checking the mail.
Not even for the SSI check?
Well, he's got a P.O. box too. So who's not checking their mail when they come back from an international trip to see if any checks came? That's the first thing we be looking for is a check. Who's not checking the mail? Pony Express ain't delivered it yet. Exactly. 15 days later. But who's not checking the mail? You think this nigga knew Prince Tunde? Because you are African connection, so you know. You think this nigga knew his account was already frozen and just decided to tell the people today?
I mean, that would be per his track record, If he had,
per his track record,
that would be, yeah. I mean, it's anything is possible.
When it's an Umar, huh? Anything is possible. Look and see, it's you and me. This is Umar.
This shit could have been frozen before he went to South Africa.
Yep. That's
I'm
true.
gonna keep saying it. Ain't no fucking way. From June 25th or however fucking long, from June 25th to July 10th or July 11th, whatever time it was, ain't no way the bank is gonna allow 2 weeks of fraudulent activity to go unanswered.
So let's jump forward a little bit because, like you said, he said the bank suspects that the timeline. This is what he said. This is what he did. The timeline was from June 25th to July 10th. So if the bank suspects the activity, like you're saying, for 2 weeks, first of all, why would they let it go on that long? But second of all, if they suspected it through July 10th, why would he receive a letter on July 10th? Wouldn't they have frozen the account before the letter was sent and he received the letter after the account?
That account? You get some banks, you get 2. In other banks, you might get 3 attempts. After that second or that third attempt, they reaching out, they doing something. They're gonna make sure that they talk to the account holder. And if they don't, then they possibly may freeze the account. I don't even know. They will not freeze the account. They will shut off the debit card.
But I'm talking about the timing of the mail. He says the timeline is June 25th to July 10th. If the timeline includes July 10th, why would he receive a letter on July 10th?
Oh yeah.
If the timeline includes July 10th, how did he receive a letter on July 10th?
They post them on.
They had to send that shit by Quid or something.
Yeah.
So they froze the account they sent him a letter on July 10th. That meant the account was already frozen before July 10th.
Already frozen.
So how could the fucking shit include July 10th? How could they still be trying to hack your account if the account is frozen? Dumbass nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
That letter would have took 3 days to get to his house or his mom's apartment.
Maybe even a week. So, Mr. Chris, I'm not ignoring you, but I covered that question already, honey. I'm sorry. I don't want to go through that again. Please forgive me. I'm not ignoring you, but I already covered that. I don't fuck with Lyndon Honor. He's a bitch ass nigga. Fuck him, his wife, and his mama. So I'm gonna continue because I said what I need to say about that. That shit.
Timeline of suspicious activity was June 25th to July the 10th. I was told that the timeline for suspicious activity.
I'm gonna go back just a little bit. Now, listen very carefully.
They told me they sent me a letter to this point on July the 10th.
They sent the letter on July 10th.
The day that I left for South Africa. I was told
Thank you, Chris.
The timeline of suspicious activity was June 25th to July the 10th.
The suspicious activity included July 10th, the day they sent the letter.
Banks are way too sophisticated to make that fuck up.
The mail. They would have frozen the account before they sent the letter. And they would have still... You're talking to real people here. Survey says he lying.
I was told that the timeline for suspicious activity was between June 25th. That's when Medea went public. Everybody knows who Medea is. July 25th. That's when Medea went public. July the 10th. That's when I left for South Africa.
I'm sorry, can you pause it?
July the 10th.
He said he checked his fucking bank account on July 10th. Wait a minute. He said he checked his bank account on July 10th, the same day he left for South Africa. If he got the letter on July 10th, if they sent a letter on July 10th, whether he received it or not, that bank account would have already been frozen. Yeah. When he went to South Africa. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, I was in the background giggling because I don't like the way this nigga talks sometimes, man. He why do you need to repeat? That's when Medea went public. And then on July 10th. Like, nigga, you said this shit 5 times already. Move it on.
Because he's a liar. And he has to ingrain it into your psyche to make it true. Just like religion. He's a liar. So he said he received the letter, that the letter was sent by the bank on July 10th. He said, you see, this motherfucker don't be listening to what he be saying. He said the last time he checked his bank account was on July 10th when he went to South Africa. The day he left for South Africa, the bank account would have been frozen. Because if they sent the mail on July 10th, that meant the account was already frozen. They didn't send a letter and then freeze the account. Do you understand what I'm saying, Prince Tunde?
Mm-hmm.
This nigga just caught himself up in his... He just caught himself up in a lie. I don't even know why I titled this video the way I did. The original title was Umar Johnson caught himself in a lie. And I had no idea why that title was the title. That's just what sounded good to me. But that's literally what he just did. He caught himself. Here it is. Here's the original. Forgive the typo. Umar Johnson catches himself in a lie. I had no idea why that was the original title of this show. But now I see why that's the original title of this show. I'm going to continue.
That's when I left for South Africa. So y'all know my... His phone don't even like him no more. It just muted itself. It's like you are not going to tell